Shalom. Foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge. The Wadi Ba'ashem, Yahshua, for the spirit of the elders and apostles, to teach us knowledge and truth, so we become edified through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Call Hallel, Yah, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. We'll start out in Isaiah 1, 3, and 4. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. So they pretty much blinded, man. You know, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4 and 6, Jeremiah 4 and 22. For my people are Sardis, they have not known me. They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no understanding. For my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, also reject thee. That thou make no priest unto me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, Yahweh, also forget thy children. So they lack the knowledge to know or even consider the possibility of who they are and the things that's going on relating to the society. That ultimately, there's certain things that's going to be manifested, that's going to manifest and ultimately affect them the most, man. So they consider not. Neither do they care to. Let's read it again. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, the children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are gone away backwards, man. And that's the point, man. They're a sinful nation. And the reason why they're in the state and condition they are is ultimately because they sinned against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Let's go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus. I'm going to read 1 and 9. Let's go to Exodus 1 and 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. So a new king, because previously the old king showed Joseph favor and he had a history of doing certain things, but this new king doesn't know the history relating to Joseph, and that the old king would shoot favor upon Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of children of Israel are more mightier than we. So to this new king that don't know, you know, they know this people are mightier, man, and ultimately that's a threat to them. That's a threat to that king, man. Come on and let us deal wisely. Now, deal wisely is deal wisely, but in the wickedly manner with them, lest they might multiply, and it come to pass that when they falleth out any war, they join also into our enemies and fight against us, so get them up out of the land. So they're a threat, man. So they have to be removed, man. You can push that symbolically even into the day, man. They're like the sand of the sea, they're innumerable. They can't be counted. So they are a threat in a matter of speaking. Number 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them. Them taskmasters pretty much, they're oppressors now. To afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom, Ramses. Pretty much they're in captivity. 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. So would thought would be something to be against the nation of Israel actually was a plus, because the more they did to them, the more they just keep on growing. You know what I mean? So instead of saying, I forgot, but so they pretty much multiply. Like babies, kids, they don't die, they multiply. Well, read that again. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. They were grieved because of the children of Israel, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. So hardcore bondage and slavery, man. Pretty much servitude, man. The serf, employee, serf, that goes to being a servant, man. In the matter of speaking, a slave. 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, mortar and brick, and all the manner of service in the field. And their service wherein they made them serve with rigor, man. So they were in bondage and slavery, man. The pyramids that were built, who built that? That was the Israelites. The 7 wonders of the world related to the Egyptian pyramids, who built that during captivity? That was the Israelites that built that. But the hardcore bondage of the Egyptians, man, which goes back to the descendants of Ham. Let's go to Matthews 19:23 and 26. The reason why his brother brought out a video talking about a rapper, I think his name is Slim Thug, talking about, complaining about pretty much the celebrities are, their lifestyle is changing, man, because of certain matters that's going on in society, man. And they're complaining. He's pretty much venting out against a certain group of people that specifically look like him as the cause and blame of that. So this is what these scriptures are based on. I'm going to go to Matthews 19 and 23 and 26. Let me go to Matthew 6 first. I'm going to go to Matthew 6. Yes, 6 and 19. Shalakia. Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up your treasures treasures upon earth. Lay not up for treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up your treasures in heaven, and where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break nor steal. The treasures of here are temporary, which they can come and they can go, man. But the spiritual treasures, they more permanent, man. 21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So your desire relates to your heart, your mind. People of this world, man, them celebrities, for example, such as that individual, his treasures relates to the world, man. His treasures and heart is of the world, which is temporary. Let's go to Matthews 19. We'll go with 16 and 19. Matthews 19, 16 and 19. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest me thou good? There is none good but only that is good, that is Yahweh, the Father. But if thou wilt enter the life and keep thy commandments, and saith unto him, and this relates to a person that was rich, unwillingly, not a person that was very rich, but he's unwilling to give up his possessions, his worldly and richly possessions, man. I'm going to read 18 again. And he said to me, which Yahushua said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, relating to Exodus. I believe Exodus 20 relating to the 10 Commandments. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, man. And these are the major commandments, man. Of course, there are 613 of them. It's a lot of them. But these are some of the, prominent, important ones, man. Let's go to 20 and 22. A young man saith unto him, all things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect and go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. 22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession. He wasn't willing to let go of those possessions, man. And that's how most people of the world, man. They're not unwilling to let go of these possessions, man. And 23. Then said Yahushua unto the disciples, verily I say unto you, a rich man shall hardly enter in the kingdom of heaven. So it's hard for a rich man to enter, man. And again, I say unto you, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. Now, eye of a needle is a very narrow path. And camels are very stubborn animal, man. And plus, he's too big to really go through that area anyway. So that's that level of straight of position and level of difficulty for that, for pretty much example for a rich man to go into it. It's making an example of just make an example of a description. We'll read that again. Then said Yahushua unto the disciples, verily I say unto you, the rich man shall hardly enter in the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter in the kingdom of Yahweh. So basically, it'd be easier for that camel, which would be difficult enough, because going through that narrow path, that narrow relating to the eye of the needle, it'd be more easier for them than a rich man to go. And both are very difficult. And when his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed and said, who then can be saved? And that's a question, who can be saved? That's the righteous, man. Ones who believe through faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible. So, in a matter of speaking, is prioritizing what's more important, man. And begin to remove your ways from the ways of this world. Remove from the affairs and the ways of this life, man. Because this is temporary, man. This is temple. Let's go to 1 Timothy 6 and 10. First Timothy 6 and 10. I'm going to start with number 6. But godliness with content is great gain, being content with what you have. 7. For we brought nothing to this world. It is certain that we can carry nothing out. So we came in empty. That's how we're going to leave. Having food and raiment, and let us therefore therewith. Let me read it again. Having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Be content with the basic fundamental necessities, food, water, etc. Number 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation. So that money is a snare. It's a temptation. It's also a trap if you don't be careful. And a snare. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And that's what's happened, man. Chasing the bag, being covetous, avarice, which is excessive greed, want, which goes with covetous. That's ultimately a temptation, but it leads you into a snare that can lead you to a place you don't want to go. Because money, to some people, is their destruction, man. I said it over again, money is a tool that's used for its purpose, man. That's it. For the love of money, number 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil. For the love of money, when it becomes where you have to have it and it controls you, then it's evil. Which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. So that's become a distraction where that being taken, for example, money has taken many out of the faith and very other reasons. The faith of your direction relating to spiritually that you need to go, man. So it's a distraction. And pierced them through with many sorrows, and that's the consequences. And that's example what money have done to certain people. Money is to certain people's destruction, man. These celebrities, they obsess with this money. For example, that individual, man, he's mad because he has to find a way to compensate for that plush lifestyle, man. You know what I mean? Because they live high on the hog, you know what I mean? You gotta, to live that lifestyle, you gotta have money keep coming in, man. So when that's interfered, then that's a problem for those celebrities, man. And like him, he's complaining because, you know, certain things is going on in society that's interfering with his money. So he has to complement and find other ways to continue living that lifestyle, man. And pretty much compromising his integrity, his dignity, his honor, his self-respect, man. Proverbs 11:4. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit nothing in the day of wrath. So in the day of wrath, when the Lord is destroying this place, your riches are not going to protect you from judgment, man. But the righteous deliver from death, man. Go to Sirach. I'm going to go to Sirach 9 and 10. And that particular celebrity was saying, take certain things, man. Just take it. You know what I mean? Like, he's blaming them for not taking or doing certain things, you know? You know? Celebrities are a tool, man. They use for the agenda, pretty much. (20 and 9 and 10). There is a sinner that have good success in evil things. So sometimes evil things, they have success in certain things, but that success is only a temporary success. And really, you're not prospering anyway. Let me read that again. There is a sinner that have good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss. So what ultimately is a temporary success relating to doing wickedness, ultimately in the end is going to be a loss to you, man, because you're not going to profit off of it. It's going to be something that happens where it's going to be more of a loss to you than a gain. Number 10. There is a gift that shall not profit thee, and there is a gift whose recompense is double. Let's go to let's go to First of Maccabees. This relates to the renegade Jews that pretty much wanted to make a covenant with pretty much Antiochus the heathen, to the Greek period, during the Greek period. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many. They persuaded many, influenced many to follow in their ways, man. Saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed, we have had much sorrow. That's the consequence. They made that covenant. They made that covenant because they thought the grass was greener on the other side, and they found out it wasn't what they thought it was, man. And actually the consequences is shame and confusion upon them, man. Go Isaiah 30, Isaiah 31, man. And it'll be a shame to trust in Egypt, man. 12. So this device pleased them well. So the device, this scheme, this plot, man, it pleased Antiochus Epiphanes, man. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went into the king and gave them the license to do after the ordinances of the heathen, man. So to follow the customs after the heathen, man. The ordinances relates to statute, decrees, and and pretty much the policies of the heathen, man. So what they have done is please the king. You know what I mean? And that's what he wanted anyway. So you had many wicked of our people, man, made that covenant, man. And that spirit was back then, the spirit is back now, man. It's continuation, each captivity, man. Let's go to Second Ezra 9. We'll read 9 through 12. Then shall they be in a pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away. They cast them away, man. Shall dwell in torment since they cast them away. The consequences is they're going to be They're going to be severely punished. This relates to 2/3, basically. For such as in their life have received benefits, and those benefits really from the Yahweh Shem Yoshua, man. But they have not given homage or credit or thanks to Yahweh Shem Yoshua for those benefits. Instead, they gave to their own wisdom and understanding and their own doings of receiving benefits, man. For such as in their life have received benefits, they have not known me, they have not known the Lord, man. And they that have loathed my law, while they yet had liberty. This liberty is that grace period, man. And went at yet a place of repentance, pretty much that window and that door of opportunity to repent was open unto them, understood not, but what? Despised it, man. They scoffed, they mocked at it. That verse I read earlier, Isaiah 3, they don't even consider it, the possibility. Now, the consequence of it, the same must know it after death by pain, man. So that's what's going to happen, man. Old saying is a hard head makes a soft ass. So they have to learn the hard way, man. It's that simple. want to show you something. Brother, one of the brothers, in one of their videos, they were showing something with history of relating to medical stuff. This relates to different types of I'm just going to go through it. That's number one. That was from 1932, I believe, in 1972. First one. Number two. '71 to '89, 18 years. The other one was 30 years, the first one. Number four, this was the era of Vietnam era. This is 1960 to '71. That was in Soviet World War II experiments. These are just examples of things of the past. Medical is pretty much medical experiments. Website on this is Salone.com. This is published 7 years ago, 2014. Different types of medical experiments and events that happen medically through history. So this is something short relating to, and like I said, that individual that was blaming that certain people for not doing certain things, man, so he is angry because his dynamic of his lifestyle is changing, like many celebrities and different other people. So it is what it is, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadas. I hope this helps whoever listens. The water, Shalom. Thanks.